Hi, I have had a few questions about how I make my tofu scramble. It's not even really a scramble, but my tofu mix in the mornings. So I was getting ready to make some for tomorrow, so I just thought I'd let you peek in while I do it. So I get the extra firm tofu, and I just use the organic, but the Simple Truth. So whatever organic brand you have, wrap it in paper towel for a while, let it get rid of some of the moisture, but I really don't mind it having some moisture. I have gotten some tofu that's grown locally, and it really isn't that moist, and it's almost too tough for me. So I don't mind having a little bit of moisture, but I do pat it dry with some paper towel. And then I just cut it into tiny cubes, like little half-inch cubes maybe, and then add it to a skillet with just a little bit of olive oil. So, and there's different ways you can do this. If depending on your preference for seasonings, there's different ways that I do it. I'm going to show you one of them today, but I do like to use this turmeric salt, and it has a little bit of garlic, a little bit of onion. The way I'm seasoning it today, I'm not going to use a lot of this, but it does add some color. Or you can you can add just plain turmeric. And then I just let that cook for a little while. Just kind of sear it, brown it just a little bit. You could also get some softer tofu and use it as a scramble if you like it that way. I like the chunks. I like to have something to bite into. And then for one of my favorite seasonings is I get a chipotle pepper and adobo sauce. And I just do one, but I cut it up, pretty finely, and just add that. And then I also like some sun-dried tomatoes. And so again, if I'm not using the adobo or the chipotle, I'll use more of these sun-dried tomatoes, but about a tablespoon, and I get the ones in oil just because they're moister, not quite as chewy. And then I just let this cook together. And then you can add whatever vegetable you want. I like having kale in it in the morning. You can put peppers, you can put onions, you can put some spinach. I like just having the kale. And I used not to like kale in different things because it was so wiry, but I have found that if I cut it really fine, then it mixes in with this really easy, and it doesn't feel like you have this whole mouthful of greens in the morning. And I have this for breakfast, and what I like about the kale is it gives me a vegetable to have for breakfast, because it's not my best tendency. It's not really what I'm feeling like eating in the morning, but it's one of the ways to get my vegetables in. That's spicy. And get a start on the day with some vegetables. Helps keep me full, but also, I try to get 6 or 7 different vegetables in a day, and it gives me one in the morning to start off with. So after that's cooked a little bit, then I just add my kale, and see, I've chopped it pretty fine. So there's no big chunks. I just cut it off the stem because I don't handle the stems very well, and cut it pretty fine. So there's not any big leaves or anything. It mixes very easily in with this. And with the turmeric salt, you really don't have to add any other salt, or, you could do pepper, but again, I don't need it with that chipotle in there. If I don't have a chipotle pepper, I'll just use some Tabasco sometimes and season it as I'm cooking. So you can do a lot of different things. If I don't do the hot Tabasco or the chipotle pepper, sometimes I'll just add some fennel seed. That's kind of a sausage-like taste. And so sometimes I'll just add that. But this doesn't take long. Once the tofu has browned a little bit, and again, I don't like it really crusted or crisp on the outside. I like it for like a soft scrambled egg. And once this kale is done and wilted a little bit, then you're good to go. It's really good fresh, but I make up a batch that will last me 3 or 4 days. So I get the, 1 pack of tofu, and This will last me about 4 days, and I like it a lot with a little avocado. Just slice up a slice of avocado on it. Makes a really nice combo. So, see how pretty that is? Doesn't take long. It's pretty easy to make. And once you have it made up, then you don't have to worry about cooking it every morning. You can just grab it. I just throw it in the microwave for about 30 seconds and it's ready to go. So you should try it. If you have some questions about it, or, you know, I am not a specific type of cook as far as knowing exact amounts, but if you need some specifics, just message me and I'll let you. I'll let you kind of, or I'll give you kind of an idea of what I do. But like 1 pepper is plenty spicy for me. I usually use twice the amount of the sun-dried tomatoes if I don't have the pepper in it. But otherwise, just, you know, 3 or 4 cups of kale, a pack of tofu, and then just a sprinkling of this turmeric salt. Sometimes I just add plain turmeric and some salt and pepper, so you don't have to have anything fancy. It does help to have it yellow. For me, it's, you know, if it's just white, it doesn't feel as egg-like. And so anyway, if you have some questions, let me know. Just message me and I'll fill you in. Have a good one.